Technology is changing very fast.
Okay.
Technology is changing very fast to an extent. Within 3 months, we had different definition and Swahili translation for artificial intelligence. Some will call it akili mnemba, some will call it akili bandia, some will call it akili unde. I don't know which one is the actual proper Swahili for artificial intelligence. And when I look at what is happening right now, you said your background is on banking and finance. Oh my God, what artificial intelligence can do in banking and finance, we should just shut down the universities.
Really?
Unless you do that manual work of attending people, which nobody needs to be attended right now, because they can attend themselves on their own phones through mobile banking. I'm going to give you a simple example. Let's see if this is going to work. A very simple example. You look at a sector like a very simple sector like a public relation officer.
Yeah.
You want a public relation officer who can actually well articulate what you do in the most professional way. So I'm gonna try to do something here.
Yeah.
Just a minute.
Okay.
Hello, Mambo vipi? Oh.
Hello, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm good. Can you explain Sahara Ventures in Kiswahili and what does the company do?
Ndiyo kabisa. Sahara Ventures ni kampuni inayojikita katika kujenga na kukuza mfumo wa uvumbuzi na ujasiriamali wa kiteknolojia barani Afrika, hasa nchini Tanzania. Wanatoa huduma za kusaidia vijana na wafanyabiashara wadogo kwa njia ya programu za ubunifu na ukuzaji biashara, pamoja na kuwaunganisha na mitaji na wawekezaji. Pia, Sahara Ventures inafanya kazi na wadau mbalimbali kama mashirika ya serikali, mashirika ya kimataifa na sekta binafsi ili kuimarisha mazingira ya biashara na ubunifu.
So,
that.
So this is ChatGPT.
Okay. ChatGPT?
Yeah. This is
I use ChatGPT every day and I don't know about that feature.
You don't know about this feature? So this feature is not going to get you out of job.
Okay.
Because imagine kijana ambaye someone who has gone to school to do like public relation, to explain to people why a certain entity does what it does.
Yeah.
And they struggle to communicate effectively.
Okay.
I think in the past few seconds you heard what this thing was communicating and articulating my company in the best way possible, more than me, the owner,
Exactly.
explaining it to you. You're getting my point. And it's explaining it in Kiswahili.
Yeah.
In our native language. So you could have said, no, but it's talking in English. It's explaining it in Kiswahili. So what happened is, this is not a threat. This is an opportunity.
Okay.
This is an opportunity for you out there with these changes, because whenever changes come, there are losers and winners. So the last thing you want to be a loser. You want to be a winner. And how do you become a winner in the age of artificial intelligence? Is for you to move to a phase where we call augmented intelligence.
Okay.
So what is augmented intelligence?
Yeah.
Augmented intelligence is basically you being able to use these devices effectively.
To your advantage.
So that it can enhance your capabilities. So if you're a financial expert, but you've never worked in McKinsey, you should be able to do a business analysis at a McKinsey level, because ChatGPT can be able to do that.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? If you are a policy advisor, a financial advisor, and people want to hear about, let me show you something. Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm great, thanks. What's up?
I'm good. So I'm supposed to advise the president of Tanzania on Vision 2050 and how Tanzania can attain a $1 trillion economy. What are the 5 key things I should advise with facts and numbers?
All right, that's a big responsibility, but also a fantastic opportunity. Here are 5 key areas to focus on for Tanzania to reach a $1 trillion economy by 2050, supported by facts and figures. Industrialization and manufacturing. Tanzania should significantly boost its manufacturing sector to move up the value chain. Currently, manufacturing contributes around 8% of the GDP. Increasing this to at least 20 to 25% by focusing on agro-processing, textiles, and resource-based industries could add hundreds of billions to the GDP.
So the thing is, if you're a seasonal economist,
Yeah.
we are supposed to advise leaders on how they can do their financial projection and planning, and also future forecasting and foresighting. You no longer just go there and spend and waste a lot of time reading documents, because this tool can help you to do that. What you need is your original brain and capacity to articulate things and to explain. And that's the capability these devices will give you. So right now, if someone gives you, Musa, a business plan as a finance and banking expert and ask you, is this project bankable? You know what I'll do? I'll take the business plan, upload it here and say, like a BCG or McKinsey expert, run through this business plan and tell me whether it's investable or not. In 5 minutes, it will give me the answer. And then I'll use my brain to check what are facts and what are not. My point is, what I'm trying to say, it is for the first time in the history of the planet where the world is actually at your hand. You can literally use the power of these things to do whatever you want. These things can write lyrics better than Soro sang.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Naweza kaandika mashairi mazuri kuliko Shaban Robert. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can be sending love letters every day in the morning if you wish, and translating them to Kiswahili, so you can look very cool guy for a young person. You understand me? So basically, but how do we use these technologies effectively? How do you use these technologies, for example, to prepare your marketing plan for your small startup? How do you use this technology to write a small business plan and proposal for investors that you want to raise money from? How do you use these technologies to write your book for kids to learn about STEM science, because you love to write books? How do you use these technologies to imagine future design through drawings, you know, as an architecture designer? So these technologies are giving us that capability. So if we talk about the opportunity that is available in the technology right now, the biggest one is emerging technologies, which include artificial intelligence, big data, Internet of Things, and other related technologies. And to us, what is unique is, how are we going to use these technologies in our own context? How are we going to use them in health sector to improve the quality of health we provide? How are we going to use them in education to improve the learning outcomes of kids? How are we going to use them in agriculture to allow us to do quick research of what are the market prices out there? What are type of seeds that we should use to get yield that we expect to have, and things like that?
AI is very amazing, and they say that AI is going to take a lot of people's jobs. You know, the tech sector is developing so fast. It's very, very difficult for someone like me who is not in the tech industry to keep up. You know, it's very easy for me to be left behind. Not just me. We have seen a lot of big companies that were very huge back then, but they couldn't keep up with the fast development of tech, and they were left behind, and they lost everything. They lost their companies, the likes of Nokia, because they couldn't keep up with the pace of
change of technology.
So technology is changing every day. So right now, what emerging technologies that you see as someone who is in the tech space that excite you the most right now?
Okay, so it's artificial intelligence. Within artificial intelligence is generative AI. Within generative AI is autonomous AI or agentic AI. I'm super excited on what's going to do. It's very scary in terms of jobs, because you're going to automate jobs of 10 people in 2 minutes with agentic AI. With agentic AI, just to give you an idea of what it can do, it's like You wake up in the morning and you talk to ChatGPT and say, hey, how are you? How is your day? So plan my day. Can you tell me if there's traffic in Bari Beach or not? Should I go there or should I invite them to come here? I'm planning to travel next month. Can you book hotel for me? Can you make sure this hotel is affordable? Can you also get me ticket from Qatar Airways because I need to get the best price? And it can do that because the possibilities of autonomous AI and agentic AI is completely another level. I was in the UK 2 weeks ago in AI Rush conference, and I saw what those companies are presenting, and I'm like, are we really ready for this? I looked at on the negative side, a person who is actually supposed to be booking ticket, a person who's supposed to be booking hotels, a person who's supposed to be a PA and advise you or receive your email and everything, they all go out of jobs. But I looked on the positive side. What will actually this do to the new industries that are going to be emerging? So whenever technology comes in, it has a tendency to take jobs, but it creates new jobs. When the train was coming in, horses went out of jobs, because we used to use horses to move around. We used to have, let's say, people were collecting horse shit on the roads, but they went out, they lost their jobs. But when the train comes in, we had engineers, we had expert in core, we had expert in assembly line when the Ford introduced the new cars. So new types of jobs will be created. I think the most important question is, are we preparing our communities, our societies, especially our young people,